Good morning, my friends. Welcome back to my channel. It's Belinda here from Visualized NZ, and we are back with another episode of the Deal It Up Challenge. Now, I hope that you enjoyed a little break last week from the challenge. It wasn't planned. It's just how things panned out. But, you know, a break is as good as a holiday, they say. So, you know, it's okay. Right, before I even pull my prompts, I am going to stencil up my card, mostly because I want to kind of clear a few things off my desk. So if I do this first, then I can put it aside and we're done. So just cleaning up the pencil mark around the edge here, just where it's a little too obvious for my liking. So I've chosen out this handmade stencil that I cut. We'll go that way, and I've chosen out this Lost Lagoon, which I've been using a little bit lately. I'm really enjoying the colour, so I thought, why not, let's just do it before we even know if there's a colour prompt for this week. Doesn't matter, doesn't have to go with the other side of the card. So if you're new to the Deal It Up Challenge, welcome along. I hope you enjoy, and maybe we'll be keen to give it a go. It's just a fun ephemera challenge, a set of random prompts drawn, and you interpret them however you wish. There's no right or wrong answer. You know, you just do as you're inspired according to the prompts. So I'd love to have you play along if you'd like to play along. And a huge thank you to those who already play along. I absolutely adore seeing what you've made to the prompts. It really is a highlight of my week, seeing what you make, and I thank you for sharing it with me. Right, just reasonably light, and I might go in and put a little bit something in this top corner. Yep, that looks good to me. Okay, now we can put this away, and my brush and the stencil. So just like that, we got rid of, and the backing sheet, we got rid of 4 things off my desk. That makes me a happy camper. Okay, so right, let's do the pulling of the prompts. So we're going to do the creative prompts first, and I'll just reveal as we go along. So just a little bit of a shuffle here. I'm actually watching sport, of all things, on TV as I shuffle these. I've got it muted, and I'm waiting on some Olympic coverage to come out, because I have been waiting for Olympics to come on all year, and then I missed it. Like, I missed the fact that they have actually started. I was like, oh my goodness. So I found where I can watch, and I've just put it on, so in case anything flashes up. Monochrome. Ooh, okay. Monochrome can be black and white, or it could be any colour. So it might be yellow paired with white, or, you know, or shades of yellow. It doesn't have to be just black and white. Some people kind of get locked into this. Monochrome means black and white, and no, it doesn't. Often means that, but it's not exclusive. It could be red, shades of red. It could be shades of green, or it could be green and white, or red and white. Because technically white and black aren't colours. I know that seems weird, but technically they aren't. I still believe they are. Like, because otherwise you wouldn't have a white crayon, would you? If it wasn't a colour, you wouldn't have a white crayon, but you do. So anyway, that's my little 2 cents worth. Right. Next prompt is stickers. Oh, I don't know if we've had that one. Have we had that one before, guys? Those of you who are regulars around here might be able to tell me. I can't honestly remember if it's come up before or not. May have once. I just don't remember. Okay, and our third creative prompt. Just take the bottom one, because why not? And it is rural life. Okay, so something that represents rural life. It could be a magazine image, it might be a die cut of a donkey or a tree, you know, it could be a sticker of a tree, just whatever. However you want to interpret rural life. So country, out in the countryside. It could be a barn for you know, on a farm. It could be so many things. It's wide open for what you might go with there. I'm not sure at this point in time what I'm going to go with. Right, let's go towards the top of the stick. And this is the alternate make. A masterboard. Fun. And then if you're making a faux playing card like I will be, then this will dictate what card we will be making. And you have a choice. You can make the masterboard, you can make the faux playing card, or you could do both if you prefer. Or if you want to, if you're inspired to, do both. You're more than welcome. I'm not quite sure how you would combine the masterboard onto your faux playing card, unless you made like made a masterboard and then made your faux playing card out of the masterboard, maybe. And I'm giving these a really good shuffle, aren't I? Well, not a good shuffle, but a prolonged shuffle, shall we say. Okay, so 7 of spades it is today. Okay, so grabbing back my base here, let's grab my 7. And my stamping block, and we'll do our 7. Oops, ink it up nicely would be a good idea. So 7, and then flip it around just like a real card, and 7. Give it a wee clean off. Oh, these stamps are starting to no longer want to stick to the acrylic sheets, and they're falling all over the place. I might have to maybe put them in a wee container or something. I'm not sure, because I don't want to lose them. They are old though, like I've had them for so many years. Right, and now our spade. Tiny wee stamp. Oops, got ink on the block then. So 7 of spades. Oops, there's a patch. It just doesn't seem to like holding the ink. Right, there we go. Clean off our block and our stamp, because I'm a messy pup. So I hope you all had a good weekend, friends. Did you get up to anything exciting? We didn't. The most exciting thing I can say that we got up to is that hubby decided it was time to go through our home office, and because it had become very, very difficult to work in, and go through and, you know, find things that we didn't want and get rid of them and consolidate and store things properly and blah, blah, blah. So currently, as I'm recording this on Sunday afternoon, he's gone for a nap. Our hallway is lined on both sides with stacks of stuff. The lounge has got stacks of stuff, and we haven't made a whole heck of progress except to make a big mess. Oh, but you know, that's how it goes, isn't it? I do say I have a stack of things to de-stash, and I have a stack of things that might be used for future projects in my videos. And then we do have stuff that we've just binned or gone to recycling. So that's good. That's not all for nothing. Right, so on to the decorating. I'm just going to put the 7 of spades aside and perhaps the masterboard card. I'm not sure if I'm doing the masterboard yet. So monochrome, what am I feeling for monochrome? I am thinking neutrals. It's not maybe the first thing that pops into your head when you think monochrome. Oh, I'm not going to use that. That's quite stiff, quite thick. But like different shades of coffee. Why not? I do like the old neutrals. So let's start laying some bits down. I'm not even going to compose it or anything. I'm just going to pop down. Actually, do I want to use that lighter side? Excuse me, I've got a bit of a tickle. Okay, I might put that one on first. Just going to tear it off. Maybe that side. Let's do that side. Because this has got straight edges, and so if I put it down first, then the straight edges will be covered over by the other bits I add. That's my thinking right now. Did I put that? Just want to make sure it's right on the edge, so this piece covers the entire width here. Will be a bit down here, but we'll cover that with the next piece. So put that there. There is a method in my madness here with going with coffee dyed as my monochrome aspect. And I'm thinking about the other prompts that we're going to be using and how they will tie in. That, and do we have a different bit? Maybe this bit of brown paper bag would be okay, wouldn't it? I think that would be fine. It's not coffee dyed, it's just another shade of brown. So brown, you could say, is our monochrome colour. Oh, I'm going to have to change out my plastic mat on my desk because there's a split on the edge and I keep sliding the card into the split and it's getting caught. Just costing me extra time, and I've left my scissors across the room. How inconvenient is that? Okay, and I don't have another pair of scissors to hand, of like ordinary scissors. I'm going to have to pop the camera on pause, I do believe, so I can go grab my scissors. Just a moment, my friends, I'll be right back. Right, I now have my scissors over on this side of the room. How terribly disorganised I was for this video. That's what happens, you take a break for 1 week, and only for one video, and you just like, I don't know, my brain went on holiday for this challenge and what I needed to get ready. I will say though, I did not sleep very well at all last night. It was a very difficult night. It was very, very warm. Like, we're in the end of the second month of winter, and we've got pretty much summer temperatures, like 18 degrees on Friday. Yesterday was probably about similar, and today it's supposed to be like 17 degrees. So overnight it was really warm. And I was sort of alternating hot, but you throw the covers back and then you get cold because it is still winter. And yeah, and between that and being uncomfortable with my shoulder and just annoying, but it's all good, you know. No real pressure today, you know. Hubby wanted to sort the room, but we're not kind of like going all out and trying to get the whole thing done one day will end up at the end of the day just popping whatever's not done back into the room, and it will be fine. We'll go back to it another day. No biggie. Okay, so I've trimmed around there. I am going to ink around it. I did manage to grab out a couple of other things while I had the camera on pause, because I thought, why not? It'll save me fossicking and keeping you waiting. So I'm just going to give this a good old vintage photo surround, because that really ties in with the monochrome prompt as well. You know, it's not just an edging or a border or a preference today. It's actually also meets my chosen colour for monochrome. And I'll just have a sip of my cold cup of tea, because yeah, it's really cold. Okay, so I've grabbed out a couple of stickers, and I have this one of, I'm not actually sure what it is. It's an animal. I have no idea what it is. It was sent to me in Happy Mail. So this is actually my rural life thing, because it's not something, I mean, it's not found in New Zealand for a start, so I assume that it's something that you generally would find out in the countryside in whatever country this critter is from. And then I've got these craft sticker labels. I think they're stickers, or are they not? Yes, they are stickers. So this is the sticker, and this is a sticker that meets the rural life prompt. Fair enough, isn't it? So let's choose out one of these labels. And I chose these because they are in that brown. Good old craft. So kind of like, I think I want a decent sized one, so maybe like this one. Let's go with that one. But I'm not going to peel it just yet, because I'm not sure how I want to compose. Because I think the 2 elements is not enough. We need a little bit more than just those 2 things. Thinking like some greenery in the background might be quite nice. Did have some gold things. I wonder if that would work. These are New Zealand bits and vellum. But like, doesn't really matter. And then maybe the label, you know what, I'm just going to kind of cut this here so I can see a bit better, because I can't see with the whole sheet. And kind of something like that. I think that's quite nice. Okay, let's try the Tombow glue on this vellum piece. My mum bought this packet of vellum pieces thinking they were stickers, and then when she realised that they weren't stickers, she didn't know how she would use them on a piece, because she didn't have the right glue for it to not show, and so she gave them to me, which is lovely. And I do need to remember these New Zealand vellum pieces for the New Zealand journals I'm working on, because they would be just the ticket. Right, I'm just going to stick it upside down and give it a press, and I might end up with glue on my mat, I suspect. But I just want to, oh no, I didn't. Just want to make sure it sticks down. I might need to put in some more glue around the edges actually. I expected the glue to spread out a bit more than what it has. Oops, I just made a dirty mark. But at the end of the day, as long as it sticks. Right, now I'm going to put the label on. It's going to stick down this edge. We're going to go about there. Is it straight? Not quite. There, that's better. And do I want to ink around our little furry fellow, whatever it is? I'm almost tempted to fussy cut around it a bit more. Reduce some of that white and then ink it. Just a little bit too much white there for me, I think. And it would depend on how I'm using it as to whether there's too much white or not. You know, how it looks on the overall composition. But I find it a little bit jarring in this particular scenario. So I'm just going to reduce the amount of white. But I'm still leaving a white border. I'm not fussy cutting it properly, as you can see, or hopefully you can see if I wasn't off camera. It's got some sort of, looks like a pine cone, but a green pine cone, if you know what I mean. One of those, I don't know what they call them, layers. There's layers of things on whatever seed it's from, whatever tree it's from. Yeah, if you know what this critter is, let me know. I definitely know it's not a New Zealand critter. That's definitely, you know, it's definitely not New Zealand. But I'm not sure, is it Australian or is it like African, or I don't know. Can someone help me out? I'll give you a better look. So yeah, what is it? I have not the foggiest. I feel like I should know, but I don't. Right, now I'm gonna go around and just hit that white with the vintage photo. Now you're probably wondering why I chose to cut it and ink it. Why didn't I just ink it? And it was just because it was too wide, and yeah, I just don't think it would look as good as doing it this way. Right, now we can stick this little furry fellow, whatever he is. If I can peel the sticker. A little bit harder probably since I've cut the edge off. I was going to say maybe it's not a sticker, but yes it is. There we go. It's just getting in under at one point, isn't it? And then you're away with peeling it up. Whatever it is cute. Like, that's quite adorable. Okay, I feel like I need a bit of stamping. Shall I stamp with vintage photo? Maybe. Why not? What am I going to stamp with? It's a spade, but we've got this diamond pattern. This is my set with the suits in it. Why not just use, there's a flower pattern there, or a thistle pattern, some like a curly frondy thing. There's another flower. I'm just like, do I go backgroundy texture, or do I, there's also some text here, or do I go like little emblems? Tell you what, I've never used these little flourish ones. Actually, I'll go for the one down the bottom. It's easier to get to. So why not just do it? Let's give it a whirl. See what it looks like. Hopefully it's not a silly decision. And I'm also thinking now, is the vintage photo going to be too dark? Oh, I'm a bit afraid. Okay, let's test it out on my book page here. no, I think it will be okay. As long as I don't like go super heavy. Yeah, that's fine. It's just giving a little some. Oops. Let's move the book page because I was about to stamp it off. Just gives a little something in the background there. That's cool. I think that's enough. Okay, and now I'm wondering whether I want to put anything in here. I did pick up a new stamp set on Friday with these alphabet ones, and I bought them, would you believe, mostly for the wee C. So I can make it into like a cent sign, or just use it as a cent sign, so I can stamp like 80 cents or something on ephemera. I could also use the other C's, but it's this one C that I bought it for. It wasn't expensive. It's from Crafters Corner. So I think it cost me $4 for the set, and like I think that's fine. And I will use the rest of the stamps as well. So I'm thinking about stamping something. What would I like to stamp? How about just nature? Nature or nurture? Nature. Let's go nature. I think that would fit with any... Oh, these are all stuck together. I'm going to have to cut them apart. I was not anticipating that. So it's going to take a bit of extra time. Right. Let's see if we can put them all on the block and stamp. Now I'll have to do it back to front, won't I? Otherwise it will be back to front on my piece. So I'm just trying to line them up. I might not be able to do this. It might have too much space in between each letter. Can I even get them straight? Okay, T. I do apologise if this is like watching paint dry for you. I just did not anticipate that these would be all joined. And will it even fit in our label is the next question I have. R. I'll do a test stamp because I'm not going to risk doing it straight onto my card. I think that would be a bit of a silly idea. Ruin the whole thing, and I'm rather liking how it's shaping up, so I definitely don't want to ruin it at this point. Make sure I've got all the letters up the right way would be helpful. Facing the right way. Right. It does not fit. Although I have another idea. Would it fit on? It would just fit on that, but what about a bit of coffee dyed? It would fit on that. How about we stamp it in black? And this way, if it stamps nicely, then I can just use the bit that I'm stamping on. That's pretty good, actually. Okay. If I was doing it individually, I'd space them closer together. But this is all right. Just going to do a careful tear. And I think I need to take that top bit down a bit. It's like, you know, I've got a new toy, I've got a new stamp set, I just need to play with it. And then we can just lay that over top. It doesn't need to be in the frame, it can just be a layer over top. How's that? Right, just going to put some glue on it. Just with my glue stick off to the side there. Oh, I love that. It's very, very subtle, but you do get that with monochrome. It tends to be kind of very cohesive and nothing like in your face, but you could totally use it, an element that is bright and bold or contrasting, because it's just a part of it that needs to be monochrome. It doesn't need to be the whole thing. I've pretty much gone with monochrome, apart from this fellow who's not quite in the same colour palette, but he's close. But I love that. I think that's really quite beautiful and just lovely and subtle. I have another sip of my cold cuppa. I don't know why, but there you go. So we have monochrome. We have sticker. So our label was actually the sticker. He was a sticker as well, but he or she meets our rural life prompt. And 7 of spades on the back. So writable journal card side. Now I'm thinking masterboard. I do like masterboards. I do like making masterboards. Shall I give it a go? Perhaps we'll make a small masterboard. I don't know that I've got time to make a big one or a normal sized one. Let me have a wee look. So I need a base first. No, not that. Oh goodness, hurry up, good woman. Okay. Got a little bit of glue residue down the spine, but I think it'll be okay. I'm going to glue on this side. This will be my base. So it looks like I'm going for an A4 size masterboard. Don't know how good that is. I think I'm going to go neutral. I do believe I'm going to go neutral on this as well. Or do I want to do book page? Maybe book page. Just grabbing out my bag of books page scraps. Let's go book page. And I'm going to try and do this as quickly as I can. Need a straight edge. So I'm going to go for larger pieces, I think. Just to make it a little bit quicker. Oh, that page is a bit sticky. So why not push myself to do both pieces? You know, I made it easy last week. I just didn't do this challenge at all. How about I really challenged myself this week to do both. So I'm going to try and do this as quickly as possible. I don't want to go any longer than an hour for the video. Oh, bit of music. Awesome. Now, I've gouged out my glue bit. Glue book? No, my glue stick on that bit. Very unhelpful. Good way to use up scraps too. Doing the old, oh, that's one I've cut into with my crinkly scissors. That's alright, we can still use it on our masterboard. Oh, it's not quite big enough to fill that gap there, so maybe we'll put it somewhere else. maybe that corner. Here I said I was going to use bigger pieces, and I'm using a small bit, which I made even smaller when I tore it down. Go figure. I'm just grabbing randomly, that's why. Okay, let's take off that, and right, creating lots of gluey pages here. I hope you can see what I'm doing off camera to the side. Well, if you can't see if it's off camera, can you? That's not what I mean. I hope you can see what I'm doing off to the side, because I have bordered across, hopefully, so you can. Okay. Bit more sheet music of it from a different source, so it's bigger than this bit. That actually might cover that quite nicely. There. Okay, so I've still got to fit in the other prompts on this masterboard, so I've got to fit in the rural life and the stickers, so that's going to be interesting. I've never put stickers on a masterboard before, but there's always a first time, and like, why not? Why not put stickers on a masterboard? It's something a little different, isn't it? Going through a lot of glue pages. And I've seemed to have run out of things to say too. Hope you're crafting with me, and then we can just craft in companionable silence. No, I do need to talk to you guys. I'm trying to think what else I have to talk about, actually. Not a whole heap going on. I'm just going to snip that off straight at the bottom there. Okay, that'll do. What else has been happening? Not a lot, not a lot. Went out, yes, was out for lunch with my mum on Friday for the family lunch. It's there were, I think, 16 of us there, and didn't realise that it was actually a midwinter Christmas theme at the restaurant. So there was tinsel on the table, and we all had Christmas crackers that we got to pull that were provided by the restaurant. And it was I mean, you could order normally off the menu, but they also had a deal for midwinter Christmas, either a 2-course or a 3-course menu. So the 2-course was $30, and your choice of entree and main, or main and dessert, or $39 for entree, main and dessert. So normally all of us only ever have like a main. That's normally what anybody has, but most people had a main and dessert this time, and 3 of the company had the 3-course meal, so they had all 3 courses. So I had, what did I have? I had dory fish, which was really nice and served with chips, and you could choose salad or coleslaw, so I chose salad. And then for dessert I chose the apple and berry crumble. So there was also the choice of pavlova or Christmas pudding, and each, you know, everything was served with ice cream and cream. So I just ate my ice cream off my dessert, and then I put the rest into my container I had taken, because I always take a container with me when I go out to eat. And it was a bowl like this, and about that deep, of crumble. Like, it was huge, absolutely huge. So it was quite nice. Hubby and I shared that for dessert on Friday night, and it was really yummy too, very yummy. Right, looking for some different book pages. This one's shiny, and actually Jonathan Swift. Okay. Don't really want to use that because it's shiny. Let's find something else. Maybe this. Yeah, so it was a lovely surprise, and it just made it more fun because of, you know, like the decorations on the table and the special menu and stuff. And inside the crappers, oh my gosh, did I just say that? Close your ears. Yes, anyway, moving on. Inside the crackers, they were very cheap, so there was a tissue paper, you know, Christmas hat. There was a joke, and I have to say I'm impressed with the jokes. Most of them were new ones that I hadn't seen before. Often you get crackers and it's just like the same jokes all the time. Like, I've like seen that 50,000 times every Christmas. But they had new ones, and just a couple that I knew. So that was fun. And then they had stickers in every cracker. Little Christmas stickers, things like I've been good and I'm on the naughty list. Little things like that. And guess who got all the stickers from everybody? Apart from one, because one of my relations put her sticker on her top, because it said nice and a little like thumbs up symbol. She ended up losing it under the table because it fell off. But anyway, so I ended up with all 15, the rest of the 15 stickers. I was happy. And all the hats. I took all the tissue hats. So I'll definitely have to revisit doing projects with coloured tissue in a video, because I got 16 tissue hats of different colours. Super fun. I was so happy. I was clapping my hands with all sorts of joy, and they thought I was very funny and probably a little loopy. But hey, I don't care if they understand or not. Mum got it. Mum understood. And one of the guys, I don't know how to explain how he's related, but it's, you know, his relation. He was kind enough to loudly say across the table that if anybody wanted to pass on, that I would receive them, because I don't like to talk loudly. So he made sure that everybody knew I wanted them, which was so awesome. I was so happy. I said to him, it doesn't take much to make me happy. Just a few bit of random scraps of whatever paper that otherwise would have just gone in the bin. You know, give it to me. It's awesome. So yeah, it was fun. It was really, really fun. And then I did left my mum's early once I drove them back, her and my stepfather back home. I had a cuppa, and then I left early because I needed to do some shopping. Not much, just a couple of craft things that I needed. So I got, I don't think I want all the way down there. I got some glue. I couldn't get the one that I wanted. They only had it in the small one. So this is the one I like. And they only had it in small, and it's more expensive to buy it in a smaller container. So this one was the same price as this one normally is. So I thought I'll give this a go. It's fabric glue, same brand, because I normally use this one for fabric. So why not try the fabric glue? I haven't tried it yet. And that's primarily what I went there for, was that glue. And I picked up a few other bits and pieces while I was there. Things that will help with the New Zealand journals that I'm making at the moment over on Patreon. Some fun ribbons and things that New Zealand themed. And yeah, a few other bits and pieces. Just fun. There. There's another bit that's been cut out with my postage scissors, I think. And here's another bit. I've got a patch over there, although if I don't actually put anything on, because it's a coffee dyed bit of paper, it doesn't really matter if I miss a spot. Actually, I'm going to use the other side of that paper, but I need to change out my glue page. There's less text on the other side, but I like the text better. And it's smaller as well, smaller text. Edge of this paper is crinkly from the coffee dyeing, so a good press down with my card. Bit more sheet music. Oh, this was 50 cents, this bit of sheet music. Right in the middle there, I think. And we'll get this corner done, and then just a couple of spots to fill up. I don't want to do it sideways. Let's do it that way. Copyright 1950. It's got on that. Oh, that didn't stick down very well. Let's give it a better press. Stick down, paper. Can't have you trying to run away. Just put that little bit there, just to use it up. Right, on the hunt for something different now. Oh, here's a fun colour bit of paper. Oh my goodness. Oh, yawning. I do apologise. That'll be that bad sleep last night starting to play its part in this as the afternoon wears on. Right, this is not sticking, so I'm just going to tacky glue it. So I don't want it to come adrift, and I don't want to keep fiddling with it. So that should do the trick. I must have not got the glue on it very well in that point. Okay. Maybe we can put a bit of this down here. Will it fit? Oh, not quite, but that's okay. We'll just plug the gap with something else. Oops, and I went and glued it the wrong side, so the gap is even bigger than what it was. Didn't think about that. Never mind. Right, let's put a bit of music. Oops, there's the price label. I might keep that label. Bit of fun. So that fit there nicely. A vintage price label, that's what that is. Not old enough to be antique, but it's definitely vintage. Right, so that gap is plugged. That's getting too sticky. Oh, a better motor. We've still got more to do on this. I was a bit dubious that I'd get it done in time, and I may have been right. I may have been a bit ambitious. Right, put that there. So if we don't get it finished, at least I gave it a good red hot go, hey? Right, we're almost there. Got this bit. I want something a bit different to put in there. Maybe this. Oops. Will it fit now that I've randomly... Yes, it will, but I don't like that straight edge. So will it fit now? I think I like that side. It talks about a Christmas present, but it doesn't fit there because it's got a dip, so we need this dip here. Okay, talks about Christmas on the other side as it happens. Right, so masterboard is done. Well, the, creating the masterboard. We've still got the stickers and what was the other prompt? Rural life to go. So without taking time to clean up this mess, and it's going to really bug me, but we haven't got time, I'm thinking stamping, and I'm pretty sure I have something rural related, and the more I say rural, the more it sounds really weird in as it comes out my mouth. That's not what I was looking for. Sorry, I do know I'm off screen, but I'm trying to do this quickly. This is the one I was looking for. So it's got a horse and a man. It's got the word farm. It's got sneakers, which could be anywhere. It's not necessarily rural. And then it's got this like farmhouse. I can't even talk. Farmhouse. But thinking about this. Although, do I want that? Because it's going to make it directional. Do we just want the word farm? How about we just use the word farm? Grab out another block, because I've still got the word nature attached to my other block. So let's go farm, and this time I'm going to use coffee, I think, and I'm going to just stamp it every which way. It's a background texture that fits the monochrome. It's not strictly monochrome, I guess, because it's brown and these pages are not as brown, should I say. Right, just want to make sure I get some off the edges. Make sure I put some on an angle as well. Stamping, stamping, every which way. Let's do some upside down, because I don't know which way the masterboard's going to be used when it's cut up. I'm looking, have I got any spots that need... here, Okay, I'm going to call that good. Right, now the part that's going to stretch me is the stickers. What stickers can I use on this that when it's cut up are going to still look good? That is the tough part. Let me just have a wee faucet here and try and be as quick as possible. Again, off camera, I'm sorry. I've got horses. Oh, what's this that doesn't want to come out? No, not that. That won't work. Sorry guys, I am trying to hurry. Oh, hang on. What about these? Oh, look at these, the mushrooms. Okay, I think what I'm going to do, sorry, I've distracted, something fallen against my leg. I think these, because actually, honestly, I don't know how else I would use them. They're quite bold. They're definitely contrasting to the masterboard itself. But I think it will still look cool when it's cut up. Or I reserve the right to peel them back up again or cover them with something if they really bug me. But I'm just going to go with it. I think the potential is there for them to look quite cool. If they don't, well, c'est la vie. You can just cover them over. As I said, I don't know how else I would use them otherwise. So I think I might just like plaster them all over the show. Might as well use them all up. This one's just black. I might not use the one that's just black. Hopefully I can fit them all on. Actually, as I'm putting them on, it's starting to actually come together, I think. When I first started putting them on, it was like, I don't think this is going to really work that well. I might put this up, maybe that way. But the more I put on, actually, the more I'm thinking, I don't mind it. Don't mind it. I don't know how sticky they are. I may have to go back and glue them on. Because I suspect they're not super sticky. Right, one more. Where am I going to put the lucky last one? Maybe here. It's different. I will say that. It's different. It's not my usual. But hey, we met the prompts. And sometimes, you know, that's what these are good for, is stretching you to do things that you wouldn't necessarily do. And you'll discover, okay, I like this look. It's something I can do again because I never would have thought of it. Or you think, it's okay, but yeah, it's a one-off. I'm not sure. I will need to cut this up before I can tell how I like the finished effect. So let's give a quick recap. I do apologise if we're over time. So masterboard and our 7 of Spades faux card with Rural Life. We've got the word farm here. We've got this little critter here. Stickers, we've already shown that, and monochrome. So there we go. That's the Deal It Up challenge for this week. I hope you give it a go. Stretch outside your comfort zone if this is outside your comfort zone, like it was a little bit for me, particularly the masterboard. This not so much, but the masterboard was definitely like, yeah, I'm still going to reserve judgment. Take care, my friends. I'll be back tomorrow with Trashcraft Tuesday. I hope you'll come back and join me for that. Have a great day. Bye for now.